Thanks for joining us for the Member xCite presentation. The Member xCite presentation is informative, interesting to the audience, and showcases the strengths of the presenter as an entrepreneur and their area of expertise. It's not a sales pitch, it's a 10-minute educational and insightful exploration into what they do. And of course, it's exciting.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our xCite presenter today, Samantha Morris from Samantha Morris Vampire Coach, to present to us on everything nobody told you about writing a blog. Most business owners have been advised that they need a blog on their website. Few are told the essential parts to a blog that make people stop and read it. It isn't just about the words you write, and then how to leverage it for months of content. Samantha is a business coach and community leader who is dedicated to helping women to succeed in business. Through training, support, and accountability, she is a process-driven strategist who has visionary problem-solving skills. She raised a family of 5 children while running a successful business and earning her bachelor's degree. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Samantha Morris.
So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about writing a blog, because many businesses understand that a blog is really good for their business, but they don't actually know a lot about what needs to go into a blog to make it successful. A number of reasons why businesses have a blog. The first one is SEO. We want Google to be driving traffic to our websites. It's really important, and for that you need content. So blogs are really good for website content. The other reason you might have a blog is to help with your list building, because people might see your blog and then sign up for a newsletter, and that way you can capture their email information and build your list. Another reason you have a blog is it's a really effective form of communicating with your target market. And of course, by communicating, one of the things we do through communication is educate. And we all have either services or products that we sell, and educating our target market about those services and products is really important, and it's done very well through blogging. And of course, the ultimate goal of all of this is to make sales. So if you're going to write a blog, the first thing you want to do is not set it out like this, because let's face it, who wants to read this? And it looks like a book, and that's not what blogs are all about. So you wouldn't want to read just a whole big blurb of text. Part of the importance about your blog is making a clear communication of your branding. For example, the font that you select for your blog. Now, as you can see, I've chosen a few really pretty but awkward looking fonts there to demonstrate how they can be really challenging to read. And you've got to consider people's vision and the fact that they're probably sitting on a mobile phone when they're reading your blog. So you need to select a font that's really simple for people to read. The other important thing is colour. Black text on a white screen is the easiest for people to see. So although you might think that these colours are really pretty, they're not good for your blog, except in the use of headlines. And also you need to consider your brand voice when you're blogging, because you want to demonstrate through your blog how you are authoritative or how you are empathetic to your ideal clients. Or are you a fun brand, or are you a masculine brand, or even a quite young brand? That's all demonstrated through the words that you use in your blog. When it comes to blogging, size does matter. So technically, the minimum size for a blog is 300 words. But 300 words is not going to do an awful lot for your SEO. But what you have to balance here is, if you look at the time that people spend reading your blog versus the amount of words you put into your blog for SEO, there may be quite a gap there. So what you've got to consider is your audience not reading your blog because it's too long, or will they stay on your website and continue reading if your blog was longer? So ideally your blogs could be 1,000 to 2,000 words, but there's no point in writing a 2,000 word blog if your audience is only going to read about 700 words. So you've got to think about the length of your blog. With your word count, that's going to sort of make the depth in which you can go into your topic limited. If it's quite a short blog, then you can't go very in-depth and use a lot of technical words because you're going to have to chew up your word count to explain them all. The other thing you've got to consider with your blog is the width that it takes up on the screen. Now, for a mobile phone, an ideal character width is between 70 and 120 characters. And even on a PC, 7 to 120 characters is ideal because it's not overwhelming the screen with text. So the key ingredients of a blog are your keywords, which go into your headlines and into the body of your blog. You can have quotes in there, and quotes could be quotes of statistics and also quotes from authoritative people in your field, which you can then use as tweets. It's really important to have links to not only your own website, within your own website, but also external links. And you want a call to action at the end of every blog. And of course, pictures speak 1,000 words, so it's really important to break up your text with some really, really great images, which you can use as pins for Pinterest if you are that way inclined, if that's the way your business goes. So here I've taken a blog and I've just demonstrated how some of these elements are really easy to put into your blog. So for example, I've got an image there that can be used as a quote in social media. The image is designed as a pin for Pinterest. I've got external links there to an expert in the industry. And I've got a headline there which breaks up my text on the screen. There again, I've got another image which is also a pin. I've got some simple little sentences there which could be tweets if I had a Twitter account. I've got keywords in another headline there. Again, keywords in a headline, more images, and I've finished the blog with a call to action. And finally, a really important thing is to finish your blog with a question, because that invites the reader to then go ahead and make comments. And of course, comments is one way to engage with your customers or your potential customers. So I just wanted to, I had a bit of fun with this because although I personally do use stock images in my blogs, you have to be very careful about the stock images that you use. And I did find these images quite easily on a free image website. So not all stock images are created equal. Be wary about what you choose to put in your blog because it can send the wrong message. So when you're writing your blog, it's all good and well to make sure that you've got all your technical data in there, but you need to hook your reader. And the way we hook our reader is to inject a bit of our own personality into the blog. And we do that through storytelling. And storytelling is really important because it makes you relatable to your audience. And that gives you that connection that you're looking for. It makes people think that you really understand them. And when they do that, that's when they're going to start to get that like, trust and know factor. So make sure that it's not just all facts and figures, but you put a little bit of yourself in there as well. So finally, what I'm talking about today is just to give you enough knowledge so that you can be dangerous, because you may be outsourcing your blogging, you may be going to a copywriter and things like that, but you want to know enough about blogging so that when you go to a copywriter, you know that there are certain elements that need to be included in their work. So that's all I have for you today. Did anybody, I forgot to look at the clock when I started, so I didn't know
you did
how I was going for time there.
It's time.
It's interesting. You said about the whole stock images. Do you find that there's other sources that could be more useful?
Well, some people do their own photography. So, but that's not an option for many people, and they do resort to stock photos. But there are some shocking stock photos out there.
Yeah, this is true. I think Prosper takes his own photos as well, don't you, buddy?